Today I have a bunch of creative work planned to get done. I tried filming this yesterday but ended up just having a bit of a rot, and we're not doing that for a second day in a row. So I thought I'd just bring you guys along as I tried yesterday, but hopefully it holds me accountable to get things done. So let's get into it. I usually start my days with a to-do list, so we're gonna write that now. In red, I have my most important tasks, so the things I'm gonna have to get done right off the bat, they need to be completed. And then in blue, it's just my leftover bits that I usually do in the later half of the day, as it's just fun work that I can add to my portfolio / setting up potential gigs and trying to get more graphic design work essentially. So red, top priority, paid graphic design work. Blue is my own work that will eventually, hopefully, get me a job further in graphic design. I do have a graphic design role that I complete full-time. It's for a pub in the local area, and they don't need me on all the time, so it's 8 hours a week that I spend on making stuff for them. I also post their social medias and caption, copyright, and do all that kind of stuff. We have a very alternative kind of crowd, and we're trying to really chip into that demographic. So we've created this emo and pop punk appreciation party where we just have DJs playing in the club, playing all the bangers from the 2000s emo era that everyone went through. So yeah, I'm in charge of designing all of the visuals for it. So this is this month's upcoming visual so far. I'm kind of going for the written on paper aesthetic where you'd scribble your little bands and stuff in the margin of it. That's the vibe we're going for. Gonna use the Wacom to do some little scratchy sketches on there and shit. So yeah, I just thought I'd take you along for the ride, see what we end up with. So I just completed the emo night poster and I've sent that off to be approved. Hopefully it's what we're looking for, but I have a feeling there's a lot going on with it, so I might have to take some bands off and get rid of some drawings on there, but we'll see. So now I'm going to send off a couple of emails that I needed to do earlier in the week, but I got called into work, so I didn't get the time to do it, so now's the time. So it's just a little bit of boring stuff for the moment. I'll check back in when I'm finished, I guess. In my last video, I made this wall, and it's actually really handy. I've been using it a lot for this YouTube thing to know where I'm up to and like be able to figure out the next step. So like it works well, but I haven't used it yet for this project A, which it's sitting here like this. It's like, this is my computer, and then right here, makes me feel guilty every time I come in and I see project A is still on mapping out my ideas. So first things first, I'm going to actually play the song, and I already know what part of the song I want to animate, but I just want to make sure. And also I get to listen to Cage Elephant, so always a good thing. Okay, so to make it easy, I think I'm just gonna start with the 15 seconds of the song that I really vibe with, I guess. I don't know, I just kind of like picture things when I listen to music, and yeah, I want to make music videos and visuals for artists eventually one day, so that's why I'm doing this. And yeah, I just sort of picture things when I'm listening to a song, and I just can't get it out of my head until I make it, so it's just a bit of fun. If you want to know how I do it and how I usually beat sync with things, especially in stop motion, I go through the song and then I write it out in a form. So he says, "The taste of your lip balm blew me away." So it's like I have the elongated bit where he sings it, and as long as I sync that elongated bit up with something, it will look like it's beat synced. So now I'm just gonna vibe to some music and write out how I want this animation to look, and then we'll move on to storyboarding. Alright, so I've done writing it out, and now we are on to storyboarding. It should hopefully be pretty simple because it's just a little one. Like, I usually fill up a whole page with an animation, so this is just half a page. And that's trying to get me back into it because I haven't made one since uni, so a bit rough, but yeah. Anyway, this is exciting. I get to finally move Mr. Axolotl from map out idea to storyboard. Now, I usually have a template for storyboarding, but because this is only taking up half the page and it's such a small one, I am not going to waste paper and ink on printing that, and I'll just do a rough storyboard in the bottom. With the storyboards, I never really try to be super artistic with them. I just draw something that gives kind of the idea of what's going to happen in that scene, and I think that's the best way to do it so you don't lose steam, because all the creative stuff and all the drawing comes in when you actually are making the assets for the stop motion. And yeah, if you spend all this time on the storyboard, then you're just gonna feel like it's complete on the storyboard. don't know how to draw a hand without a reference for that angle, but it gives the effect. That is crazy. I think maybe the thumb would be here. It's kind of like, yeah, it makes sense in my head. Alright, that is storyboard done. So excited. I can move this once again. Now the assets are gonna take the longest is finding them. I still don't know if I want to do it hand drawn and just draw them myself and spend lots of time on it, but I kind of like the effect of like having magazine like cutouts of like just people, I guess. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the movement I want from having magazine cutouts. So let's see how I go. As always, the problem is I want to do it in like a magazine kind of form, but I don't want to just like, there's this like Photoshop tutorial where you can do it all like digitally, but I like animating with like physical objects. So I wanted to find some like references that I could either draw, but the effect I kind of want is like it's a magazine cutout. So I'm on like Pexels. It's like you can download videos and photos for use in your like projects and things like that. And I found ones of people like applying lipstick and a video of a lady with a cigar, which I will use as like the dropping of the lipstick, but I cannot for the life of me find like a good video of someone just opening their mouth but laying down. There's this one of this guy, but he eats a strawberry and it's a little graphic. I don't think it's a very good reference considering they're eating a lip balm in the video. And then this person's smoking, but it's also not a very good reference because she kind of opens her mouth weirdly for the cigarette, if that makes sense. Like it's not like she's swallowing something, it's she's putting it in her mouth, so your mouth opens a little differently, so it's not giving the effect that I want. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will just do the first part with applying the lipstick, and then on another day I might convince my partner to let me record him open and close his mouth so I can use him as the reference. It's probably the best bet. Yeah, he's a gem. I've done it before and he was an absolute legend about it, so he should be okay with it. Anyway, so we're just gonna finish off this first part and then we might just move on to something else for the day until I can get on to making the second part. I have until the end of the month to make it, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. So I've had a little change of plan for the stop motion video. I made this little clip as a reference, and I think I am just going to do it straight in Procreate Dreams, as I haven't had much of a try of it yet. And yeah, just see how I go. Go for like a illustrative sort of effect rather than magazine, because I just can't find the right clips, and this is like two completely different women, but if I draw it I can make them look like the same woman. I think because I am feeling a little bit dejected after not being able to find exactly what I want to make this animation work, I'm just gonna have a break for now. It's nearly 12 o'clock and I usually go and make lunch and walk my little puppy, so let's go do that. I just finished lunch. Usually I would take the dog out for a walk, but the weather actually looks quite good outside. So I'll wait till 2 and we will go for a bushwalk, which is always fun. We will now take the dog for a walk and you guys will get to meet my baby. This is the fit. Pretty doggy, but I'm prepared to fall over and eat. So I've just pulled up at the bushland walk. Here's Ein. Hello. He's very excited. So we've just gotten back from our walk. I've had a shower and put on my skincare, and so I'm gonna finish off the day by sending off some emails to some people I would like to work with and offering up my service, I guess. Yeah, I feel like that's the only way to get a job or a gig and clients nowadays. I was gonna set up my Fiverr again, but I've run out of time to do that, and that will be something for another day. If you have any recommendations for freelance software, that would be amazing. And if you would like a video on Fiverr and how I set mine up, let me know in the comments. And thank you. See ya.